in the OAC from year to year.
Yeah, and I like getting back to what I was talking about, Michael. ONU has to take this stuff seriously. This game is ONU coming into this or coming out of this game. They're going to have to look at an OAC tournament that's going to be rough. We talk about the OAC being really competitive all the time here, and when it comes to just how competitive the OAC is, we describe it as like a sneaky conference. Teams that you think you should win against. Welcome back, everybody. We are here live at the ANC Steele Center. It is senior day, and it's a matchup between the Muskingum Fighting Muskies and the Ohio Northern Polar Bears. I'm Andrew Price alongside Michael Pagano with our sideline reporter, Austin Arnold. Michael, it should be a really good game tonight.
Yeah, it should be a good one today. There's one lone senior on this Lady Muskies basketball team. That is Morgan Gossett. She's actually been hurt for most of the season, but it looks like she's going to get suited up for today's game. So we'll see how much she does play. I mean, I know obviously she's going to want to play on her senior day. So we'll see how that goes with her. But it should be a good game. Coach Fox's former head coach at Bluffton University is the head coach of Ohio Northern and Michelle Duran. So it's always good for her to coach against her former head coach and also a coach that she coached with as an assistant at Bluffton. So some ties there between the two head coaches. The Lady Muskies sitting at 1-23 overall, 0-17 in the OAC. Lady Polar Bears sitting at 12-12 overall and 6-11 in the OAC. So two teams more towards the bottom of the conference. Ohio Northern's definitely on a down year this year after being really, really solid over the last couple of years. I mean, they went 30-1 a couple of years ago, so really, really solid. Lady Muskies really still trying to trend upward. Obviously a tough year this year, but a lot of young players, so should be a good one tonight.
Yeah, and we talk about the Muskies and the Polar Bears coincidentally having down years. Fox, as the coach of the Muskies, this is her 15th season. When you're talking about being a coach for 15 years, we know Fox did win that OAC Coach of the Year about a decade ago. You're going to have years where your team's down. You're going to have teams that are maybe too young, and right now the Muskies look at a team where it's senior day, and they've only got one senior on the squad. So it's tough for the Muskies. They don't like to use that young team excuse, so to say. They don't like to do that. They really are a team that likes to work hard, and they're going to be, although you look at their record, they're on the bottom of the OAC conference. They're not going to roll over for this ONU team here today, Michael.
No, I mean, absolutely not. And the interesting thing about their one senior is she is technically only a junior as far as academic standards go, but she's going to be graduating early. So obviously it's a big accomplishment for her either way, so she is going to lose out on 1 year of eligibility. So she is a senior now athletically as well. So I don't know. It's going to be an interesting game. Going to be interesting to see if the Lady Muskies can pull off a win on the last game of the season, because this is going to be their last game of the season. There's a lot of good players. We mentioned the names of Devin Bonner and Emily Yeager. Also, welcome to any listeners on Orbit Media TV on YouTube and then also on Orbit TV on digital cable channel 1020. We want to welcome you. Once again, I'm Michael Pagano here alongside Andrew Price. Andrew Price is going to be your play-by-play man tonight, while I'm going to be your color commentator for today's game. So anyways, back to some players. Big player that we always got to look out for the Lady Muskies is Devin Bonner.
Oh, she is a huge part of this offense, Michael. Whenever you need a bucket, whenever you need some down low, just pounding the glass and getting down low deep in the trenches, Devin Bonner is the one you have to look at.
Yeah, I mean, she's been very, very solid this year. She's averaging about 13 points a game, also averaging 6 rebounds per game. So she's definitely that player down low. I mean, Coach Fox always talks about how solid she does. So very interesting to see if she's going to be able to pull it off today as well. Have another solid game.
With that, we are going to send it down to our sideline reporter, Austin Arnold. Austin, what do you have for us here?
Thanks, guys. Coach Fox, it's been a tough year, but if there's one thing this team should be remembered for, what is that?
Progressively working together and getting better. I think over the course of the year, we've done some good things. I know it's not the results that anyone wants, but I know they don't want anything out of a bunch of girls that are
And if there's one thing the girls should take away from this season, what would that be, Coach Fox?
Oh, just learning through adversity, right? Making the changes you need to make and coming out on top. And at some point, somebody needs to stop depleting, and that's part of living life, right?
Absolutely. Thank you, Coach Fox. I appreciate it. Good luck today. All right, guys, thank you, and back to you.
Thanks, Austin. Great job. So getting back into the players we have to look out for, Michael. Devin Bonner, of course, for the Muskies. I'm going to look at Olivia Bates. Olivia Bates is always a presence on this team. She really does like to work down low with Bonner, and really athletic, really tall. expect to have a big game from her. She really does get in the trenches and work hard for every possession there on offense for the Muskies.
Yeah, I mean, she really does. She's, like you said, she's very athletic. She can play in the post. She can also go out there and shoot a couple threes as well. So she's a really versatile player, somebody that really kind of sneaks up on a lot of teams, somebody that you wouldn't necessarily think looking at the game plan is going to be like a big-time player into the game, but then she always is able to sneak up on some teams. So definitely a player to watch out for. And then for the Lady Polar Bears, Jenna Dirksen, she is sitting at 5th in the conference in scoring at 14 points per game, so she is definitely a player to watch out for the Lady Polar Bears.
And when you look at their team going down, their leaders for scoring, it kind of drops off after Dirksen because really everybody else on the team, she's the only one averaging double digits. The Muskies with Yeager and Bonner, they have a pair of girls averaging double digits, so maybe in the Muskies' favor today, if they can figure out a way to shut down Dirksen and force some other players to take some shots they're not used to, that could really work in the Muskies' favor today, where the Muskies have a little bit more spread out scoring.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully the Lady Muskies can get some good spread out scoring. I mean, Emily Yeager and Devin Bonner are usually there almost every single game. I mean, especially Yeager. Yeager is always usually in double digits every game. You got some players, some younger players like Olivia Lang, as well as Raya Johnson, 2 players that could really step up if need be on any given day. So hopefully they're able to. Another player to look out for the Lady Polar Bears, she is 5th in the conference in three-point percentage. That is Emily Brock. So look for her to be taking some shots from beyond the arc. So that is definitely a player on the Muskie Sports Blast the other day. The girls you had on there, Mackenzie Fuller as well as Emily Jackson, they were talking about how Ohio Northern had some shooters that they're going to have to be able to get in transition and start guarding. So I would say Emily Brock and Jenna Dirksen is probably who they were talking about. So those are 2 players they really got to look out for today.
Yeah, ONU might really like to push the tempo because we saw in the last men's game we covered against Otterbein, teams in the OAC that can move fast really do have a lot of success. Just being able to spread the floor, whether it's pushing the pace with a press and trying to dictate the pressure, and then maybe trying to, just push the pace up the court when you're on offense, not letting the other team have any time to breathe really does bode well for a team in the OAC. So I would expect Ohio Northern, with the shooters they have, they probably will elect to go that route, Michael.
Yeah, definitely. I'm excited to see it, and we're a couple of minutes away.
So, Michael, before we get back into some other stuff about the game here, we do want to look at just how young this Muskies team is. I mean, we talked about it is senior day. 1 senior on the team. That has to be promising looking forward, though.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you got a lot of young players on this team, a lot of players that only have a lot of room to grow. I mean, like we said earlier, Morgan Gossett, the 1 senior on this team, technically, if she was not graduating early, she would have another year to play next year as well. So really, if you want to look at it as far as 4-year players go, there's no 4-year players on this team right now. So they definitely have a lot of players that are extremely hungry to get better, and I'm excited to see how they're going to be doing over the next couple of years.
Yeah, and we talked about Fox being with the team so long as their head coach, entering her 15th year. This is what coaches have to go through, is when you don't have the wealth of experience, but the talent is there for the Muskies, it seems like. It's not like they are a bad team. It's just, it seems like maybe with this group being able to evolve and grow throughout a couple years together here, earn some chemistry with each other, I think you're going to be seeing a good product coming out of Muskingum here in the years to come, as we do near this senior day, last home game of the season for the Muskies.
Yep, buzzer just went off, so we're about to get things started. The national anthem is going to be coming up for you here in a couple of minutes. So stay tuned. We got Lady Muskies basketball against the Lady Polar Bears. Once again, I'm Michael Pagano. I'm here alongside Andrew Price today.
And you are listening to WMCO, Orbit Television, and Orbit Media TV, your home for Muskie sports.
When you experience Scott's Diner, you experience quality. A sense that this isn't your average diner. You feel comfortable, part of the community. The feeling today is going to be a great day. Scott's Diner is so much more than meets the eye, and so is its famous Scott's Diner house dressing. Pick up some today. Scott's Diner, a traditional diner with a contemporary twist.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Welcome back to the NC Steele Sam. Andrew Price alongside Michael Pagano and our sideline reporter, Austin Arnold. We are getting set here. It is senior day. We're getting set for OAC action between the Muskingum Fighting Muskies and the Ohio Northern Polar Bears. Michael, after that pregame, who are you going to look for to come out for the Muskies and really pack a punch here in this first maybe few offensive drives for them?
Well, one thing that I did just notice that I can't believe I didn't notice before right now is Erica Heyer of the Lady Muskies is not going to be playing tonight. She is down on the court. I'm not quite sure what her injury is. As far as I know, she's played the last couple of games. I haven't seen her be injured at all throughout the season, so she's not going to be playing. But right now we're going to bring you the national anthem here live on WMCO.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through
So that was the anthems. We are just about to get, we're just about to get the starting lineups here. Michael, going off about what you noticed in pregame about Hire, that's going to be a big hit there for the Muskies.
Yeah, I mean, she was a really solid freshman guard for the Lady Muskies, so that's going to be somebody that they're going to be missing today. But, I mean, she was never a huge scoring threat, so they're not going to be missing a whole lot on, I would say, the offensive end, but somebody that was a good defender and somebody that just really knew the offense really well, that is somebody they're going to be missing today. But as we do have our starting lineups right now, we have Olivia Bates starting out for the Lady Muskies. And then we also have Alyssa Manley in there for the Lady Polar Bears. Coming in for the Lady Polar Bears now, that is going to be Abby Weeks. Sam Filiaggi coming in for the Lady Muskies.
Filiaggi can provide a great three-point threat for the Muskies. She was lighting it up in their last game.
Jenna Dirksen coming in now for the Lady Polar Bears. We talked about her as being a big scoring threat for the Lady Polar Bears. Emily Yeager coming in for the Lady Muskies. Tori Wiss coming in for the Lady Polar Bears. And then Devin Bonner coming in for the Lady Muskies.
So right now, Michael, it's looking like it's pretty much the usual suspects, plus Morgan Gossett, the senior, who's going to get the start here for the Muskies, and you love to see that on Senior Day, Michael.
Yeah, absolutely, especially with the injuries she's been through this year. She hasn't been out there a whole lot. To see her out there on Senior Day is definitely really special. Emily Mesher is also the last starter for the Lady Polar Bears.
So as things get ready to tip off here, teams are in their huddles, getting ready to break. Like we said, for the Muskies, it's going to be pretty much the usual suspects: Olivia Bates, Sam Filiaggi, Emily Yeager, Devin Bonner, and Morgan Gossett, the senior, is going to be stepping in to start here today on Senior Day here at the ANC Steele Center.
Yep, should be a good one. We're about to get things started.
So as the teams greet each other here at midcourt, we'd like to remind you, you are listening to WMCO and watching on Orbit TV on YouTube. And with this tip, Bonner's going to get the ball for the Muskies. Filiaggi's going to bring it past midcourt. Filiaggi's going to kick it to Yeager. Emily Yeager kicks it to Bonner on the right wing. She's going to kick it across the court. This is going to be Filiaggi driving. Bonner spots up right inside the three-point line, and she's going to get one in, Michael.
Yeah, that was from the right wing near the free throw line. So a good jump shot there from Bonner to get things started for the Lady Muskies.
So off a missed shot from the Polar Bears, they are going to go an offensive foul on ONU. Muskies lead 2-0 with just about 25 seconds into this game, 9:35 left. Muskies leading by a pair of points. So Yeager's going to cross midcourt with the ball. Yeager's going to kick it to the side. This is going to be Gossett on the wing. Gossett kicks it to Bates on the left side. Bates going to kick it to Yeager. Yeager's going to drive baseline, be forced out of bounds, though. That was a great defense by Abby Weeks. So a great job from Weeks to force her to the baseline and just see her right out of bounds. Have to love that defense if you are an ONU fan. So right now, it's going to be Weeks with the ball. She's going to kick it. This is going to be number 15, Abby Weeks. Shot no good. Rebounded by Bates. And Filiaggi's going to have the ball. Filiaggi's going to bring it. She's going to drive in, kick it to the corner to Gossett for three. Gossett gets it to go. Oh, the crowd erupts off of that one. A big three from Morgan Gossett on Senior Day here, putting the Muskies up 5-0 with 8:44 left. ONU's going to have the ball down low. It's number 34, Emily Mesher. This is going to be number 15, Abby Weeks on the left wing. Great defense by Filiaggi. The pass gets forced to number 31, Jenna Dirksen. Dirksen, the scoring threat from ONU. She's going to drive in, kick it to the corner with a step inside the three-point line.
That was Tori Wiss with the shot there, but that was not a three-pointer. Very close, but a great start so far for the Lady Muskies here early in the first quarter. It is 5-2, but a quick steal by the Polar Bears.
So in transition here, the Polar Bears going to kick it back out for three. Three is going to be short from number 11, Alyssa Manley. And from Yeager now in transition, she's going to kick it down to Filiagi. That pass is going to get hit around. Bates is going to take one from the free throw line, extended, and she's going to get one. 7-2, Muskies lead with 7:50 left. Polar Bears going to push the pace like we said in pregame. They're going to kick it down low to the block here. It's going to be number 34, Tori Wiss, and she's going to be fouled.
Yeah, kind of a hard foul there by Devin Bonner. She doesn't agree with it, but I definitely saw the foul there, so that is going to send Emily Mesher to the free throw line to see what she can do. If you look at free throw percentages for both teams, ONU leads for team-wise for these two teams. They shoot right about 75%, while the Lady Muskies shoot about 66%. Subs coming into the game, you have Raya Johnson, Olivia Lang, and Sarah Miller coming in for the Lady Muskies. No new subs for the Polar Bears.
So as Mesher gets ready to shoot this free throw, it will hit back iron and in. She's going to draw that Muskies lead to now just 3 points with 7:40 left. Muskies going to lead 7-4. They're going to have the ball here on the ONU side. Yeager's going to drive left, kicks it over to Bates, who can't handle the pass, and that one's going to go out of bounds for a turnover.
Yeah, that is something that these girls talk about all the time on the Muskie Sports Blast is turnovers and how they cannot have these turnovers. That's something Coach Fox talks about a lot. So something they definitely need to try and have as small of a passable today.
So down low for ONU, number 34, Emily Mesher is going to get one to go. 7-6, the Muskies lead with 7:13 left to go in the game as Johnson's going to kick this ball left. It's going to be eventually swung to Olivia Lang. Johnson's going to get it back on the right wings. Spots up for three. Raya Johnson doesn't get it to go, but she gets her own rebound. And wow, Michael, you have to love that hustle play. She's the shortest girl on the court, and she has got her own rebound.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, she came out of there out of nowhere. Raya Johnson, that's something you got to love about Raya Johnson is she plays so hard for being, she's listed at only 5'4", and I've said it before, I would not be surprised if she's a little shorter than that. So definitely great to see her come in there. And that's the kind of energy you want to see from all your players on the court. You want to have as many Raya Johnsons as you can get on your team.
Oh, Johnson, like we talk about all season, she's like a spark plug. Very similar to, for the Muskingum men's team, Devon Pert. I see them as very similar players as she's going to hustle after this one and force almost a turnover off of the inbound. ONU's going to have it in transition, though, on the left wing. This is number 15, Abby Weeks. Weeks is going to pull it out past the left wing, kick it down low to Mesher. Mesher's going to kick it up top. Dirksen. Dirksen's going to give it to number 11, Manley. Going to go back down low to Mesher with the up and in off the glass with the left hand.
Yeah, she went from the left block there. Did Mesher, got a good little off the glass, like you said, makes it 9-8 in favor of the Lady Muskies. About 6 minutes left to go in the first quarter.
So Olivia Lang for the Muskies here is going to give it to Yeager on the overlap. Yeager gives it to Raya Johnson on the right wing. She drives center from the free throw line. She's going to pull up and get one to go. Another great bit of offense there from the Muskies as they've been really efficient here to start the game off. So for ONU, this is going to be Weeks with the ball. Weeks is going to give it to Dirksen. Dirksen at the top of the key, kicks it to the wing. Manley's going to have it. Manley's calling for the screen, shrugs off the screen. It's going to be eventually worked down low to Mesher. Mesher kicks it out, and that three is going to be good from Tori Wiss. A great job there from ONU to be able to move that ball, screen and get open.
Yeah, actually, they do only call that a 2, though. Makes it 11-10. She was inside the free throw line.
Oh, all right, so now the Muskies going back. That shot will be missed by
Sarah Miller. Yeah, Sarah Miller from about the free throw line missed that jumper. We do have some subs getting ready to come in, though. Kamei Baylock's going to come in for the Lady Muskies, and we'll get you the Lady Polar Bears subs when they come in.
So Mesh is going to have the ball down low. He's going to kick it right back out. It's going to be worked over to Manley. Manley's going to drive in, but get blocked. A clean block rolls the referee, and this one's going to be ONU ball at the baseline.
So Lexi Jacobs, Jacqueline Yankel, and Sydney Ward are all coming in for the Lady Polar Bears, while Kamei Baylock does come in for the Lady Muskies.
So ONU is going to try to get open here on the inbounds pass. Muskingum locking him down for the most part. Bates tips it away, and Bates is going to hustle after this ball. And right now the ONU Polar Bears just trying to get it across midcourt, Michael.
Yeah, I mean, they're having a lot of trouble, and right there, that's a shot clock violation. So a really great start for this Lady Muskies team to really have a good, solid energy. I mean, they have a ton of energy on the sidelines, a ton of energy in the stands. Really good energy here on this senior day.
Baylock inbounds the ball to Johnson, who brings it across midcourt. Right here is going to be Lang. Lang for three. Bang! Lang gets the three to go, and the Muskies go up 14-10 with 4:30 left to go in this game, or in this first quarter. Great job there by Lang to just step into a three and get it to go. So right now it's going to be Weeks on the left wing for the ONU Polar Bears. It's going to be a mishandle, but now it's going to be worked to the right wing down low. It's going to be Sydney Ward down low, but she is going to get fouled. She'll be shooting free throws.
Yeah, and I saw Coach Durant on the sideline after that Olivia Lang three. She was not happy with her team whatsoever. She's still not happy with her team. So she's bringing in some other players that are about to come into the game now. So you have Sam Filiaggi and Gabby Belair coming in for the Lady Muskies. And then for the Lady Polar Bears, you have Emily Brock checking in for the first time in the game, as well as Martrina Parks.
Ward gets that first free throw to go. She's going to shoot another one here. Now the Muskies do lead 14-11. And they still lead 14-11. She does miss the free throw. About 4:15 to go in this first quarter. Baylock's got the ball across midcourt. Baylock's going to be on the left side. She gets the ball tipped away. It's going to be a jump ball here. Looked like Filiaggi had to fight for the ball. No, excuse me.
It is going to be a jump ball, which is going to give the possession back to the Polar Bears, but I saw Coach.
That was Gabby Blair who had to fight for that ball on the ground for the Muskies to get that jump ball.
Yeah, real quick, Coach Duran was giving Abby Weeks a little bit of a talking to over on the bench. But that was number 20. That was Lexi Jacobs from the right block making a layup there for the Polar Bears, making it 14-13 in favor of the Lady Muskies. Still about 3:50 left to go in the first quarter.
So Raya Johnson's going to kick this ball to Bates. Johnson gets the ball back on the right wing. Kicks it down low to Bates, who tried the back cut. Filiaggi in the corner. Kicks it back to Johnson up top. Johnson right at the top of the key. Kicks it to Baylock on the left wing. Baylock drives in, puts it up and off the glass, but no good. Bates is going to come down with the rebound, though, and pull it right back out for the Muskies to get reset. Baylock has the ball on the wing, skips a pass over to Raya Johnson on the opposite wing. She pulls it out to the center. She's going to drive in, and that's going to be no good, but again, a rebound by the Muskies. That was Gabby Blair. Gabby Blair's going to get stripped away, and it's going to go the other way here for the ONU Polar Bears. On the overlap. Down low, Kamei Baylock actually rips that one away. Sydney Ward had that given to her, and Baylock just rips it right out of her hands. So Baylock now with the ball across midcourt. She's going to kick it to Filiaggi on the wing. Filiaggi goes to the top of the key. She kicks it to Johnson on the left. Gabby Blair is going to have it. She kicks it to Filiaggi, who has to rip it away from a Polar Bear. Kicks it to Bates in the corner. Bates, three, no good. And that's going to be rattling around, but it's going to be picked up from ONU going the other way in transition. This is Yankel with the ball. Now it's going to be number 10. That's Emily Brock with the ball. She's going to kick it over. That's number 22, Jacqueline Yankel with a great shot. What a shot. That three-pointer is now going to put the ONU Polar Bears up 16-14 with about 2 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Filiaggi driving baseline. She gets one to go.
Ties the game right back up at 16 with 2 minutes left to go in the first quarter. A couple subs are getting set to come in for both teams.
So right now, Johnson on the defense. ONU is going to try to work this ball here to the top of the key. With the ball, this is Parks. She kicks it up top to Ward. Ward's going to give this ball to Jacobs. Jacobs drives left, kicks it to the corner, where there's going to be a three from Emily Brock. She gets it to go, and it was a great job there by ONU to be able to just stick that three, go up by 3 points also, and now Filiaggi's going to try to answer back here for the Muskies. She kicks it to the corner from Bates. Bates is going to kick it to Kamei Baylock. Baylock on the right wing. She's going to spin, go middle, off the glass, no good. She gets her own rebound and puts it right back in. A great job, an individual effort by Kamei Baylock to get those points for the Muskies.
But yeah, going back to Emily Brock real quick, that is the polar bear we were talking about that you need to try and guard beyond the arc because she is 5th in the conference in three-point percentage.
So that right there was Lexi Jacobs. She does not get one to go there for ONU. A short jump shot right outside the restricted area as Baylock's going to slow the game down. She's going to give it to Johnson on the right wing for Muskingum. Johnson kicks it to Bates. Bates has it on the right wing. Looking for someone to get open. Filiaggi does. Filiaggi open for 3. It's good! Oh, what a pretty shot from 3 by Filiaggi. That one finds the bottom of the nylon, and the Muskies are up by 2 points. It's 21-19 with 20 seconds left. ONU ball.
Yeah, that one kind of hung up there. I wasn't sure if it was going to make to the hoop, but it did, and it went in.
So down low here for ONU. It's Brock. Brock kicks it over to number 44, Sydney Ward, but she is denied by Sam Filiaggi from behind. A great job by Filiaggi to sense that she had to be up there to get that block. She does so and sends it to the wall.
Yeah, Ward was down at the left block, and Filiaggi came out of nowhere and just blocked it to the wall, like you said. But Emily Yeager, Devin Bonner, Morgan Gossett, and Olivia Ling all checked in for the Lady Muskies on that dead ball, and Emily Mesher checked in for the Polar Bears.
So now driving in, it's going to be Jacobs. Jacobs up and under, gets it to go. A great job there by Lexi Jacobs for ONU to tie this game at 21. 1 second left. Yeager is going to have a backcourt violation, as it seemed like a miscommunication between her and Olivia Lang of who should take that last shot at midcourt. She hands it back, and it ends up being a backcourt violation. Teams have gone to the huddles.
Yeah.
Coach is looking for an explanation here, Michael. What do you think?
Yeah, it looked like Lang she had plenty of time to take the shot. She just didn't look like she wanted to take the shot, so she kind of looked back at Emily Yeager and was like, here, you can take it. And then Yeager took it, and yeah, like it said, that was an over and back, so now it's going to be 0.5, and the Polar Bears are just going to hold on. But, man, Andrew, if the rest of the game is anything like that first quarter, it's going to be an exciting one. 21-21 tie here at the ANC Steele Center.
So you are listening to WMCO 90.7, Orbit Television, and on YouTube at Orbit Media TV, your home for Muskie sports.
When you experience Scott's Diner, you experience quality. A sense that this isn't your average diner. You feel comfortable, part of the community. The feeling today is gonna be a great day. Scott's Diner's so much more than meets the eye, and so is its famous Scott's Diner house dressing. Pick up some today. Scott's Diner, a traditional diner with a contemporary twist.
We're back here live at the ANC Steele Center. I'm Andrew Price alongside Michael Pagano. It's OAC action between the Muskingum Fighting Muskies and the Polar Bears. Game's tied at 21 as we start the second quarter. So down low is going to be the Muskies kicking it out to Olivia Bates, who doesn't get that one to go. Morgan Gossett here on the turnaround doesn't get that one to go, and ONU is going to come with the ball.
Yeah, quickly here, we're going to send it down to Austin Arnold, our sideline reporter. What do you got for us, Austin?
Thanks, guys. Just Coach Fox is really preaching and harping on the fact that, if you just keep playing your game, you keep playing the way that you have been this whole first quarter, you could try and maybe steal a game away from Ohio Northern. But other than that, this is kind of how they started off against Marietta. I believe that was Wednesday. They played the same way against Marietta. They started off hot. If they continue this for 4 quarters, they have a chance to win. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Austin. Great job. And now we have Emily Yeager, who's going to get called for a charge. She doesn't agree with the call, immediately turns around and just walks the other way. But nevertheless, a great job on defense there if you're ONU. to force that charge, and that's going to be Yeager's foul.
But yeah, I mean, Austin said it perfectly. This Lady Muskies team, and Coach Fox has said it before, 37 minutes they play really, really well. It's the last 3 minutes they always struggle.
So right now for ONU, it's going to be Manley with the ball. Manley kicks it over to the top of the key where number 31, Dirkson's going to hit a three. A great job there by Dirksen to notch a three for ONU, put them up 24-21 with 8.5 left to go in this second quarter.
Dirksen's first points of the game, she averages 14.
So Devin Bonner down low, tries the spin move, and she gets one to go. Good answer there by Muskingum as they trail by a point right now. ONU leads 24-23. ONU gonna have it here. It's gonna be Dirksen for three again, no good. Two Muskies clash at the bottom of the block where it's gonna go out of bounds and they're gonna call it off of ONU. Muskie basketball going the other way. Bates is gonna inbound to Yeager here. Muskingum's gonna look to maybe slow the pace down a bit. Again, 8 minutes to go here. On WMCO, you're listening to OAC basketball, the Muskies and the Polar Bears. Yeager drives baseline, can't get one to go. She shoots it way too far over the basket, and it's going to be ONU ball in transition. This is Manley. Manley kicks it to 33. That's Tori Wiss. Right now, Brock has the ball. Brock, we've talked about, has really good scoring abilities for ONU. Driving is going to be Dirksen. Dirksen kicks it back out. No good on the shot is Manley, and that's going to be Devin Bonner with the ball. Yeager's going to take it in transition, gives it to Lang. Lang gives it down to Bonner in the paint. Bonner's going to try a spin, and she gets it. Another good basket there by Bonner, really crashing the blocks right now and getting a lot of good down low points for the Muskies.
Yeah, right from the block there, like you said. But Devin Bonner, that is her shot. She's really good at that shot down low.
So right now, for ONU, Dirksen's got the ball. She's going to kick it over, and we are going to send it to sideline reporter Austin Arnold. Austin, what do you have for us?
Yeah, I just wanted to chime in a little bit. If you guys recall the Worcester game, Devin Bonner really had a nice game, rebounding and scoring the ball. Maybe if they can start flowing that offense into her more and she plays her game on defense, it could be the same result as the Worcester game from back early in the season. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Austin. Nice insight there. As Bonner looking at the referee right now, wanting a call down low, doesn't get it. Going the other way is going to be Dirksen. Dirksen looking for the open player. She does get it, and they're going to pull it back out here to set a play up. So right now it's going to be Brock. Brock kicks it to Dirksen in the corner. And that's going to be Mesher underneath. A great up and under there by ONU. Beth Fox has seen enough. She's going to call a timeout. And with that timeout, we are going to step aside. You are listening to WMCO 90.7, Orbit Television, and on YouTube at Orbit Media TV, your home for Muskie Sports.
When you experience Scott's Diner, you experience quality. A sense that this isn't your average diner. You feel comfortable, part of the community. The feeling today is gonna be a great day. Scott's Diner is so much more than meets the eye, and so is its famous Scott's Diner house dressing. Pick up some today. Scott's Diner, a traditional diner with a contemporary twist.
Welcome back to the NC Steele Center. The Muskies are trailing the Polar Bears. The Polar Bears leading 25-26 right now as the Polar Bears almost forcing the turnover. Sam Filiaghi's going to have the ball and kicking it back out to Raya Johnson. Raya Johnson right inside the three-point line. Her shot can't go. And this is going to be Manley with the ball going the other way for the Polar Bears. She had Dirksen over on the 2-on-1. Right now it's going to be worked back over to Dirksen on the left wing. Manley with the ball. Manley going to look to make something happen against Olivia Bates. They switch. Raya Johnson has to guard her. In the corner, that's number 15, Weeks. Weeks gets the ball slapped out of bounds from a Muskie, and that's going to be ONU ball.
Yeah, we got 5:30 left to go before halftime. The Lady Polar Bears are up 26-25, but the Lady Muskies are playing very, very solid here in this first half.
So with the ball right now, it's Ward. Ward kicks it out. for the three. That is good from Jacobs. And ONU adding 3 more points onto their total. They are leading 29-25 over the Muskies here. 5:15 left to go. Filiaghi's got the ball on the overlap for the Muskies. She's going to kick it out to Carroll. Carroll's going to survey her options, gives it to Raya Johnson. Johnson had Filiaghi over the middle, missed her. Gabby Blair has it. She's going to give it to Filiaghi. Filiaghi to Carroll on the overlap. At the foul line, she gets it stripped away. Going the other way right now are the Polar Bears in transition. A little bit of a mess from the Polar Bears, but they do call the foul on Blair.
Yeah, Abby Weeks went up strong with that ball. It was Kate Iliff with that one, or Iliff, excuse me. It was Kate Iliff was driving in there, but then she didn't have a shot, so she gave it over to Abby Weeks. She went up strong from the right block, and Gabby Blair got a little too much of her there. Sends her to the free throw line. She does make that first free throw.
So checking in for the Polar Bears, that's going to be number 22, Yankel. She's going to be coming in for number 31, Jenna Dirksen. So Yankel for Dirksen for ONU as they do get the last free throw to go. ONU leads 31-25 over the Muskies right now with about 4:45 left to go. Johnson's got the ball top of the key for the Muskies. Gives it to Baylock on the wing. Baylock's going to go past the screen, gives it to Bates. Bates working it over to Johnson. Johnson gives it to Bates down low on the pick and roll. Bates gets blocked. Bates goes to save it. It goes right into the arms of an ONU defender, and Bates is going to get whistled for the foul in frustration.
I was going to say that was definitely a frustration foul. There was no need for that one at all from Olivia Bates. She looked like it was almost like an end of the game type of foul there. Just go in and get a foul, but that is going to give the Lady Muskies their 3rd foul as a team.
Iliff's going to give the ball here to Jacobs. Jacobs going to wait for her offense to set up. Weeks has the ball now at the right wing. Gives it right back to Jacobs. Jacobs gives the ball to Yankel. Right now, ONU just moving the ball around really well. As no, they will get that ball stripped away. Raya Johnson's going to come away with it. A strong pass by Johnson. Finds Bates underneath, but she can't get one to go. She was all alone down there.
Yeah, that was a beautiful pass there by Raya Johnson. Olivia Bates was alone, like you said, at the left block down in the low post. So it was a great pass, but she missed the bunny and goes back to the Polar Bears.
So the scramble underneath the basket is going to result in Polar Bear ball, as now Jacobs is going to bring the ball up. Jacobs looking for someone to give the ball to. She's going to give it to Yankel. Yankel, her pass skips through a couple people, but it goes now. That's Weeks. Weeks' shot will not go, and Raya Johnson's going to come away with the ball. Johnson's going to push the pace here for the Muskies. Gives to Filiaghi on the wing. It's off, but Yeager will get the rebound for the Muskies, so they are going to keep possession here. And right now, Devin Bonner kicks it to Bates for a 3 from the corner. Bates gets it almost to go. In and out does the ball go, and now it's going to be Jacobs pushing the pace again. It's going to be a 3. And ONU's Weeks gets that one to go. Another 3 in transition for ONU. As 3 minutes left to go in this one, 3 minutes to go in the second quarter, ONU leads 34-25. Down low, Devin Bonner for the Muskies, off the glass and in.
Yeah, Lady Muskies got to be careful here. They don't want to get this one too far out of hand before halftime.
Jacobs with the ball. Jacobs being spotted up by Bates. Bates throws a leg at it. Right now, ONU's 3 will not go. Bates gets shoved out of bounds going for the ball. They are going to call it a Muskie basketball on the out of bounds.
Yeah, it almost looked like a foul there.
Could have been a foul or an out of bounds call, but regardless, they go with the out of bounds. No foul given to an ONU player there.
Yeah, they rammed into Olivia Bates going out of bounds near the Muskies bench, but they did not call a foul, but they do get the ball back to the Lady Muskies.
So Yeager's going to have the ball here on the left wing. She's going to kick it to Johnson in the far corner. She has Bates open in the corner. She throws it to Bates, but it gets tipped away slightly. Bates does recover that ball, and Yeager's going to have it at the top of the key here for Muskingum, trying to set things up again. 5 to go on the shot clock. They're going to have to do something here. Yeager back and forth trying to find something to do, and time's going to run out here on the Muskies for the shot clock, as that's just going to be a straight-up turnover, Michael.
Yeah, one thing I've noticed is Emily Yeager has 0 points on the day. I mean, she's averaging about 13 a game. I don't know if she's even taken a single shot. So she's really passing the ball around today, letting a lot of other players get some touches today.
So Weeks for ONU is going to kick it to the corner where a three is missed, and Bates is going to come away with it. So Yeager's got the ball now. See if she can maybe break that goose egg on the point total for the day as she looks to get something set up here. Yeager gives it to Bates. Pass was high. Bates has to pull it out to the three-point line, where underneath the basket, Devin Bonner, a great post move, gets her open enough to make that shot. Right now, Muskies down by 5 with 1:20 to go in this second quarter. Right now for ONU, they're going to drive down, get stopped. Really quick possession there from ONU as Filiagi has it going the other way for the Muskies. She's going to be fouled. And on that last brief possession, that was Iliff for ONU deciding to take that shot. Maybe they rushed it, Michael.
Yeah, I mean, this is when the Lady Muskies are at their best, when Devin Bonner is getting down into the blocks in the low post, whether it be the right or the left block, and just dominating down low. Getting shots up off the glass and just making everything. That is when the Lady Muskies are at their best. And obviously, she got a rebound on that last possession as well. Sam Filiagi comes down, gets fouled, misses the first free throw. But, yeah, the Lady Muskies playing pretty solid here, down 34-29 with 1:12 left to go. Now 34-30 after the second free throw was made.
So with 1:12 to go here in the second quarter, it's going to be ONU with the ball. It's going to be Manley. Manley kicks that one over. That's Brock. ONU finds number 44, Sydney Ward, underneath. She gets fouled, almost gets the shot to go as well. So with just under a minute here, 57 seconds left, she'll be shooting free throws with her team up 4. 34-30, ONU is leading.
Yeah, Rye Johnson gets the foul there, gives them their 4th foul, but it looks like they're going to make it into halftime, not going into the bonus. Gabby Blair getting set to come in. She is now coming in for the Lady Muskies, while Abby Weeks is coming in for the Lady Polar Bears. Morgan Gossett also coming in for the Lady Muskies.
So Ward getting that first free throw to go. Stretching that lead to 5. She'll try to stretch the lead to 6 here for ONU with this next one. Ward does not get that one to go. Back iron, Bates with the rebound. Johnson has the ball here. 54 seconds to go in the first half. And the Muskies are going to work it to Bates. Bates driving left hand, up and in, and one. A great job there for the Muskies. The referee signaling the other way. I thought for a second they maybe called an offensive foul there, but no, that was just to count the basket. So Bates with a great job there, getting that one up and in to go. But she does miss the free throw. Not able to make that a three-point play. 42 seconds left to go. Pushing the pace is ONU, as that shot from Brock is not going to go.
Yeah, Sydney Ward got a hand on it. It was going to go. I mean, it was going to go right to Raya Johnson. Sydney Ward tried to get in there, went off her, back to the Lady Muskies. They got to really push it here with 30 seconds left to go. Try and get this thing tied going into the half.
30 seconds left to go. Johnson has the ball just crossing midcourt.
About 7 seconds in between the shot clock and the game clock.
Filiagi drives baseline. Oh, she can't get it to go. And that one's going to be taken away by the Polar Bears now. Shot clock is turned off. They're going to likely hold for the last shot. Slow things down. So Brock's going to have the ball in her hands. Right now, an air ball from number 15, Abby Weeks. She's going to give Muskingum another chance here to score. 3 seconds left. Filiagi kicks it to Bates. Bates has to shoot the ball here. Gets one up, but it is off. And ONU is going to go into halftime leading 35-32 over the Muskingum Fighting Muskies. Michael, is a really fast-paced half there.
Absolutely. I mean, that was a really, really exciting half, and we'll see if the Lady Muskies can break that tough streak. But we are going to send it down to Austin Arnold, who has a sideline interview with Coach Fox. Take it away, Austin.
Thanks, guys. Coach Fox, your team has played really good up to this point. What do you make of their efforts as a whole?
I think they're just playing hard. I think it's senior night, so there's a lot of emotions, and that can go either way. But I definitely think that they're giving a lot of effort for their senior tonight.
One more question. Devin Bonner, she's really showing out with 10 points, and she's been getting a lot of rebounds. What do you make? She's had an impact the whole year. What do you think of her impact tonight on this senior night?
Yeah, I think it's all about mental with her, right? We just got to keep her in the right frame of mind, focused on what we're trying to do. But yeah, she is incredibly difficult to defend. So score us.
All right, thank you, Coach. Thank you. All right, guys, back to you up in the booth.
Thanks, Austin. So the Muskingum Fighting Muskies do trail at halftime. The Polar Bears lead 35-32 over the Muskies after that first half. You are listening to WMCO 90.7 Orbit Television and on YouTube at Orbit Media TV, your home for Muskie Sports.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move. So I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
When you experience Scott's Diner, you experience quality. A sense that this isn't your average diner. You feel comfortable, part of the community. The feeling today is gonna be a great day. Scott's Diner's so much more than meets the eye, and so is its famous Scott's Diner house dressing. Pick up some today. Scott's Diner, a traditional diner with a contemporary twist.
So we are back here live at the ANC Steele Center. It is halftime between the Muskies and the Polar Bears. Polar Bears jumping out to a 35-32 lead over the Fighting Muskies. And Michael, like I said right before we went to break, it was a fast-paced half.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, 35-32, quite the interesting halftime promotion going on. I think they're trying to see who can get the tissues out of the box as quick as possible.
Tissue race. I had to operate a very similar halftime game, the last women's game, the pink game. So a fun promotion there. But Michael, when it comes to how things have gone here for Muskingum on Senior Day, Gossett did get to start. You love to see that for your seniors on Senior Day. And when it comes to just the level of appreciation that you have for teams that really do get their seniors involved on Senior Day, I personally just love it.
Yeah, absolutely, because you think about it, if Morgan Gossett hadn't been injured, she was going to be playing for this game, or in this game. So it's not like Morgan Gossett wouldn't have been a big part of this team if she wasn't injured. She would have been. So it was just unfortunate that she had these injuries. And like we mentioned earlier, she's graduating early academically, so this way she's not going to have her last year of athletic eligibility. So, but she does have 3 points. She's taken 2 shots, 1 from 3, and she was able to make that shot from 3. But if you look at other standout performers, like Austin said, 10 points for Devin Bonner. She has 3 rebounds. Devin Bonner, like I was saying at the end of the first half, that is somebody you need to be big in the second half, because you notice when Devin Bonner's playing well, this Lady Muskies team plays well, but then when Devin Bonner disappears, the team doesn't play as well.
Yeah, and looking at the first half, Michael, Muskingum really, you can tell that they're playing good together. This offense that we're seeing from them is really coming into form. Of course, it's their last one of the season here, but this isn't a team, like we said in pregame, that's lacking skill. As they come along here, they are really building the foundation for something strong, I believe, because they started off that first quarter just absolutely incinerating the basket. I mean, they were just on fire, Michael, the entire time. It seemed like everything they were touching was turning to gold on offense.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it is unfortunate this is the last game of the season, because you don't get to see until next year how this team continues to grow, because they have continued to grow. I mean, they've gotten better and better and better and better over this whole entire season, and I'm not just saying that. I completely mean it. They've got And like we said, the record does not show it. I mean, they're 0-17 in the OAC, 1-23 overall. But they have been getting better, and they've continued to work with each other. And you really kind of see when they're in sync, they are a tough team to play, no matter what the record says.
Now, Michael, coming up on this second half, the story for the Muskies seemingly throughout their season has been that games have been very close up to this point, and then you sense maybe some sort of drop-off. And how that happens, we don't quite know, but it's going to be very interesting to see now in this last game of the season. You would expect them to just have everything out on the line here. You got nothing to hold back. Just really cut loose on all effort and energy you have, because it's going to be really interesting to see what they can perform like in this third quarter. The third quarter has been very make or break for them in a lot of their games this year.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's been when they've kind of run out of gas pretty much. I mean, they've really struggled to keep things going. But yeah, so they are trying to just hang in there. If you look at it, the two things that have been the Muskies' struggle so far is the Polar Bears have 9 points off turnovers, and they also have 15 bench points. So if they can keep the points off turnovers and keep the turnovers down, if you look at it for the Lady Muskies, they have 9 total turnovers, and ONU only has 3. So that's definitely something like Coach Fox always talks about, is that they need to have less turnovers. And if they're able to do that in the second half, I have no doubt that they're going to be able to give this Polar Bears team a run for their money.
Yeah, and like Austin said, I think Devin Bonner's involvement is going to be huge for this Muskies team. If she can just consistently keep that energy up, if she can consistently stay hot underneath the basket, it's going to be a real test for ONU, because Devin Bonner, we've seen, is really good in situations under the basket. She is one of the better players I've seen be able to just dominate the paint like she does. And hopefully the frustration level can keep down. Hopefully the gas can stay in the tank, because it's going to be a test here throughout this second half to see where this team is and if they can really just try to impose their will on ONU.
Yeah, and checking in with the men's team as they are at Ohio Northern. They are in Ada, Ohio today, taking on the Polar Bears. They are down 44-35. They're down 44-35 right now at halftime. You look at some of their players. Mitch Clark has 6 points. Cameron Miller has 6 points. And then over for the Polar Bears, their player that has been really solid, player of the year in the OAC last year, very great player, Ryan Bruns, has 21 points for the Polar Bears. But, yeah, so we're not going to talk about now on the Muskie Sports Blast. The Muskingum Wrestlers, they have their regionals coming up here next week. It starts on Friday, so I had the privilege, me and Charles Herman had the privilege to talk to some wrestlers about their upcoming NCAA regionals. That we had Jordan Burkholder on, we had Cody Jenkins, and we had Antonio Zapata. Got to talk to them about not only senior night, and just a lot of great things on Tuesday night. So we're going to send it back to the studio and give you a little bit of a sneak peek of that.
Welcome back to the NC Steele Center. I'm Andrew Price alongside Michael Pagano with our sideline reporter Austin Arnold. It is 35-32. The ONU Polar Bears lead over the Muskies. And coming to this second half, Michael, you would expect this to be a gut check time if you are the Muskies and the Polar Bears.
We're actually going to send it down to Austin Arnold real quick. He's got something for us. So take it away, Austin.
Thanks, guys. Really appreciate it. Coming out of the locker room, there was Emily Yeager. She does not have her jersey on right now, so I don't know what the dilemma is there, but it looks like she may be sitting out for the rest of this game. Back to you guys.
Nice spot there, Austin. Yeah, Yeager without a jersey right now. Whether it was just a uniform malfunction or whatever, we'll see. But regardless, Filiaggi's going to start the half with the ball here. Filiaggi's pass is going to be picked off immediately. The Ohio Northern defenders, now Ohio Northern having trouble with the ball. Bringing it up is going to be Manley, though.
Yeah, it was Tori Wiss with the steal for the Polar Bears.
So right now, Manley's going to pass this ball off. It's going to be Dirksen down low. She doesn't get one to go, but on the wing, ONU now kicking it down to the block. That's Mesher that doesn't get one to go either. So ONU being thwarted on a couple of those early shot attempts. So Gossett now passing it over to Lang. Lang gives it down to Bonner, who's triple teamed down low. Everybody in a gray jersey was coming to her, Michael.
Yeah, absolutely. And like we were saying at halftime, and like Coach Fox always says, she is very difficult to defend. So they got to try and bring on whoever they can to defend her, because when Devin Bonner is on, she is definitely one of the best post players in the OAC.
And Michael, she does get that first free throw to go. When it comes to being a younger team like this, and how many bodies, just the sheer amount of bodies they're throwing at Bonner, you have to hope that she doesn't get frustrated if she misses a couple shots, because attracting more and more bodies really does help the offense as a whole. So Lang is going to be on the guarding here. It's going to be Dirksen with the ball driving in. ONU is going to be able to get a basket there on just an easy layup from Dirksen. She had the entire restricted area to herself. As a breakdown in defense there for Muskingum. So Lang's going to have the ball for the Muskies on offense now. She's going to go to the top of the key. Gives it to Bonner on the overlap. Bonner spots up right inside the three-point line. It will not go. Weiss with the ball for ONU is going to kick it to now Dirksen. Dirksen's going to work the baseline. Dirksen spots up for a shot. They're going to call an offensive foul.
Yeah, honestly, I don't really know what Jenna Dirksen did, but I do know that Coach Durand is not happy with it whatsoever. She was trying to get into the official and trying to figure out what the heck was wrong with what Jenna Dirksen did. But anyways.
So Austin Arnold actually is going to have something to say. Austin, what do you have for us?
Yeah, Andrew, it looks like Jenna Dirksen might have pushed off a little bit. From my side of the view, she pushed off pretty hard, and it may have looked clean up in the booth, but it looked like a pretty clear foul here. Back to you guys.
All right, so now getting back into that, Bates does hit a three from Muskingum. And now under the basket, there is going to be a foul. The Muskies are trailing right now with ONU leading 40-36 with 8 minutes left in this game.
In the third quarter.
37-36 actually there on the shot clock correction. Filiaggi driving in under the basket, waits up for the defender and still puts it in. Filiaggi with 8 minutes left to go in this third quarter.
That's going to give the Lady Muskies the lead, one of their first leads over the last good while in this game. But the Polar Bears take it right back. That is Abby Weeks with a shot from the left wing.
So Filiaggi now. She's going to bring the ball past midcourt. Filiaggi gives it to Lang. Lang gets that ball up in the air, but it's tipped away.
Yeah, Jenna Dirksen with the steal there.
Dirksen coming away with that steal. And Weiss now at the top of the key. She's going to kick it to the corner. That's another three-pointer there. Alyssa Manley for ONU lighting it up right there from three.
Yeah, from the left wing there, near the left corner, but just about the left wing. Alyssa Manley was able to make that three.
So with 7 minutes to go.
42-38 in favor of the Lady Polar Bears right now, but a three-pointer from the top of the key for Olivia Bates is good.
So Bates getting that one to go. draws the deficit to just one for the Muskies with just under 7 minutes to go. Down low, it's going to be Mesher. She's going to be fouled. 3 Muskies flocking to meet her.
We'll see who they give that foul to. Probably was on Bonner.
They do give it to Devin Bonner. She can't believe it. Throws her arms in the air immediately.
But she can't get too frustrated with it. But
No.
Emily Mesher does get sent to the free throw line.
It's going to be interesting to see how Coach Beth Fox keeps her team locked in here, as maybe some frustration can set in this third quarter. Like we said, this is the proving ground, this game, this third quarter, because it's very make or break for the Muskies.
They are going to bring in Gabby Blair and Emily Jackson for the Lady Muskies. And then Sydney Ward is getting set to come in for Mesher after the shot. Makes it 44-41 Lady Polar Bears. That does give Mesher 10 points.
So Bates is going to inbound it here to Raya Johnson. Just under 7 minutes to go here. The Muskies are trailing by 3 points. Or 7 minutes to go in this third quarter, excuse me. So Lang's going to get it on the right wing. Lang's going to drive in at the elbow. She's going to kick it back out to Blair. Blair kicks it to the top of the key. Raya Johnson has the ball now. Kicks it back out to Lang, top of the key again. Lang's going to pull the ball out and reset. Lang gets a screen. She's going to drive it in with her left hand. Gets it up and in. Olivia Lang gets it to go.
Yeah, from the left block there, Olivia Lang had a great shot, but then the Lady Muskies don't get back on defense, and Abby Weeks was ready to take it right in for an easy layup in the paint, but Gabby Blair came in there and fouled her, and that's going to send Weeks to the free throw line.
So ONU trying to really take advantage of Muskingum on the transition. They are really pushing the pace today, Michael.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what Coach Fox and the girls the other day said. Kenzie Fuller and Emily Jackson, they got to get back on defense, and they didn't on that play, and Abby Weeks makes her first free throw as Lexi Jacobs comes back into the game.
So with 6:16 to go, the Polar Bears lead 46-43 over the Muskies. 6:13 to go in this third quarter. So Raya Johnson, she's going to give the ball to Olivia Bates. Olivia Bates at the top of the key. Now Johnson's going to get it on the wing. Johnson on the right wing. She's going to cross into the top of the key. She's going to drive in deep, kick it back out, and the three's not going to be good for Muskingum.
Yeah.
That was number 43, Emily Jackson, who could not get that three to go. So now for ONU, it's going to be Weiss with a shot from the foul line. She can't get it to go. It's a quick little bit of ball movement there. Saw Weiss with an open shot right inside the foul line. She can't get it to go. Raya Johnson now. Johnson gives it over to Lang. Lang drives. She's going to give it out. Oh, and now it's going to be Raya Johnson. Raya Johnson from the elbow gets one to go. A great little bit of offense there from the Muskies. Raya Johnson just pulls up from the elbow and puts one in. Muskies down by a point here. 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. So Weeks now is going to give it to Ward for ONU. Ward with the bunny shot. She gets it to go right near the left baseline. Found herself all alone down there, Michael, and just decided to put it right in.
Yeah, 48-45. Sydney Ward with a good shot there. 4:52 left to go in the third quarter. Sam Filiagi and Martrina Parks getting set to come in for the Lady Polar Bears, as well as Emily Brock.
So Raya Johnson gets the ball on the overlap. Johnson right now pulls the ball out top of the key. She's looking for something to happen. She gets the screen there from Blair. Johnson drives right by Blair, and the shot clock violation as her layup does not hit the rim, Michael. It hurts there for the Muskies, as it seemed like they had an opportunity to maybe get a basket there. She got open underneath.
Yeah, she did have a shot for it, but she kind of just shot it way too hard off of the backboard. So, like you said,
Sasiana Meadows also checking in here for the Muskies right after that missed shot.
Yeah, shot clock violation, though, for the Muskies.
So now Dirkson's going to kick this ball. It's going to be worked all the way. So that's going to be number 10. That's Emily Brock, who makes a big shot there. Three-pointer for ONU. ONU leads 51-45 over the Muskies right now with about 4 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Bonner down low for Muskingum. Gets fouled once again. She is just working the paint tonight.
Yeah, I mean, she's a foul machine. I mean, she always gets fouled when she goes down there. I would not be surprised if she does lead the team in
Fouls drawn.
fouls drawn and free throw shot on the year, as she does make – no, she does not make the first one. But, yeah, it is 51-45. But Devin Bonner, you can't say enough about her. She has been really, really solid, and she's only a junior, so she'll be back next year.
What's interesting, Michael, is you would think with teams being able to identify that the well would run dry at some point in the season, but we're in the 11th – we're in – I almost said the 11th hour. We're in the last game here, and still she's that dominant. That game plan is still working for Muskingum to be able to give her that ball. ONU here from the corner. The three will not go. Underneath, number 24, Martrina Parks does get fouled.
Yeah, Parks got the rebound, tried to put it back up, but she was not able to do so. She got fouled, but that gives the ball back to – actually, no, it was a jump ball, so it gives the ball back to the Polar Bears.
They do call it a jump ball. Got a player all over, but they do call it a jump ball there, as Ward's going to get it, looking for someone to give the ball to. She gives it to Jacobs. Jacobs from the left wing here. She's going to kick it to Parks. Parks kicks it down low to Ward. Ward gets it slapped away for a sec by Bonner. Bonner slaps it away again. And it's going to go out of bounds this time, but Bonner looking very strong there under the basket, doing a great job of just sending Ward left and right with a couple swatted basketballs.
And the Polar Bears fans are not happy that was not a foul, but I didn't see one. I did not think that Bonner got too much ball on that at all, but the Polar Bears fans do not agree with me whatsoever.
And Sasiana Meadows with the block. That'll get the fans up and going here. Sasiana Meadows turning away Parks right under the basket off that inbound, and Johnson's going to give the ball to Olivia Lang. Now Bonner's going to have the ball at the elbow. She gets double teamed. Sasiana Meadows open for three. Ball goes in and out. And Raya Johnson, she's going to force the jump ball. A great individual effort to be able to win that jump ball when it seemed like she had no chance. That ball was completely covered up for a second, Michael.
I thought that she was going to get a foul called on her. I thought it was going to be a frustration foul, but it was not. It was a jump ball, gives the ball back to the Lady Muskies. So a great play, and that's what we always talk about with Raya Johnson. She's really scrappy, really gets after it out there.
3 minutes left to go here. Muskingum's inbounding. ONU leads 51-46 over the Muskies. 3 minutes left in this third quarter.
So a foul, Sam Filiaggi. I believe it was Emily Brock gets the foul. It is Emily Brock for the Polar Bears gets the foul on Sam Filiaggi. So that is their fourth team foul, her first foul. So
they love to fire the three off these inbounds. But right now it's going to be Johnson. She decides to possess instead. Filiaggi's going to have the ball top of the key. She hands it off to Bates. Bates on the overlap is going to be stuck here at the free throw line. She gives it to Filiaggi on the wing. Filiaggi's three will not go, and it's going to be rebounded by Parks. So Jacobs going to push the ball the other way here for ONU. Jacobs gives it to Dirksen. Dirksen gives it to Ward down low. Ward with the spinning shot. It's not going to matter. She was fouled on the floor.
Checking in with the men's team, trying to get a quick update from them. They are down 65-46. 9:45 left to go in the game up at Ada at Ohio Northern. So Ryan Bruns, 25 points. Caleb Bryan, 23 points for the Polar Bears. Just getting it done for them.
So off the inbound pass for the ONU Polar Bears. Dirksen trying a three from the corner. She can't get it to go. And the Muskies are going to attack in transition as Lang's three cannot go. So now this is going to be number 10, Emily Brock with the ball. Brock kicks it to Jacobs. That ball is going to be thrown off of Jacobs by Sam Filiaggi. Michael, what an individual effort there to get that ball out of bounds off an ONU player.
And for you listeners out there, if you were just wondering if the Lady Muskies are just mailing it in the last game of the season, they're 1-23. They are not whatsoever. I mean, that's two plays within the last 3 minutes. Raya Johnson with the jump ball, Sam Filiaggi there. Just individual hustle plays that are going to win you games in the future.
51-46 here with about 2 minutes left to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, Olivia Lang just inside the three-point line from the free throw line makes a good shot there.
So Olivia Lang, after adding that bucket, it's now 51-48. The Polar Bears are leading, and Olivia Lang does foul. That is
That is Abby Weeks. I believe that was a three-point shot as well, so that is going to send her to the free throw line for 3. So a big mistake there by Lang after a good shot. She makes the first one.
So, yeah, Michael making a great effort there down on offense and then just really taking out the body there on defense. It's tough for Lang.
Makes the second one, does Weeks. Makes it 53-48 in favor of the Polar Bears. 1:49 left to go in the third quarter here from the NC Steele Center in New Concord, Ohio.
So with about 12 minutes left in this game, teams only separated by 6 points here. ONU leads 54-48. 1:40 left in the third quarter. Rye Johnson has the ball, top of the key for Muskingum. So Lang works it to Bates. Bates at the elbow, looking for something to happen. She has to pull it back out to the top of the key. Standing around here for the Muskies. Filiagi has the ball. She's going to drive left. She gives it to Lang in the corner. Lang heaves up a 3. It will not go. And that's going to be Jacobs coming down with it. Here's Weeks for ONU on the right wing. She kicks it down low to Mesher. Muskies just collapsing on top of her. Mesher rips it away from her own player, Weeks. She kicks it to Jacobs. Jacobs drives in with the right hand. She's blocked by Sam Filiagi. And a missed shot there by Weiss is going to end up being a Raya Johnson rebound going the other way for Muskingum in transition. Johnson spots up from 3. It won't go. That's number 10. Emily Brock with the rebound for ONU. Muskingum pressuring high right now. Weeks is just going to take it across and go to the wing for ONU. ONU has it at the top of the key. They work it to the corner where Weiss has the ball. She kicks it to Jacobs. Jacobs right inside the three-point line. She's not going to hit the rim on that shot. And Olivia Bates is going to come away with the rebound. Muskingum looks content with slowing this one down right now. 20 seconds left in the third quarter. Shot clock is turned off. Raya Johnson's going to have the ball. Maybe look for ISO here. Here come the possible screens. It's going to be Bates and Blair on each side of her defender. There's the screen by Blair. Raya Johnson's shot is up. It will not go. It's going to be rebounded by Weeks. I'm sure they will count that rebound. But that is going to be the end of the third quarter. Polar Bears are leading 54-48. We are going to step aside. You are listening to WMCO 90.7 Orbit Television and on YouTube at Orbit Media TV, your home for Muskie Sports.
When you experience Scott's Diner, you experience quality. A sense that this isn't your average diner. You feel comfortable, part of the community. The feeling today is gonna be a great day. Scott's Diner is so much more than meets the eye, and so is its famous Scott's Diner house dressing. Pick up some today. Scott's Diner, a traditional diner with a contemporary twist.
Welcome back to the NC Steele Center. I'm Andrew Price alongside Michael Pagano in the booth, and we have Austin Arnold, our sideline reporter. Austin's actually going to give us some info, Austin, right now coming out of this break. Austin, what is it?
Thanks, Andrew. Coach Fox has just been preaching, if you can stop the three-pointer, then you have a very good chance of winning this game if you do what you've been doing the whole game. Yeah, they've been able to get rebounds with Devin Bonner, yeah. But as long as they can stop the three-point shot and stop the potential bleeding that it could cause, they have a shot to win this game. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Austin. So we get set here for the start of this fourth quarter. 10 minutes left to go in this game. 54-48, the Polar Bears lead over the Muskies. Polar Bears going to have the ball here in the corner. This is Dirksen. Dirksen going to have the ball underneath the basket. She will get fouled and count it. Dirksen showing some strength underneath to be able to finesse that ball into the basket and get the foul. So she's looking for a three-point play here, and that's exactly what you want coming out of the timeout if you're ONU, Michael.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, she's now 5th in the conference in scoring for nothing. I mean, she's got 7 right now, and that make that 8. Makes it 57-48. And if you're the Lady Muskies and Coach Fox, you do not want this thing to get out of hand. I mean, you're barely into the fourth quarter, and you're down by 9, so you really just got to keep chipping away and trying to get this thing tied back up.
Rye Johnson's going to have the ball on the left wing. Screen from Sam Filiagi is going to be called illegal. She was moving when she set that screen. So it's going to be a foul on Filiagi for Muskingum, and that's going to be another turnover.
And if you look at turnovers, including that one for the Muskies, they have 12 turnovers. So a good job in the second half after having 9 in the first half, but still hurts every time you got one.
So right now, ONU's going to work it to the corner where Dirkson's going to kick it to Mesher. Mesher gets that ball up, but no good, as Bonner's going to come down with the rebound. A bullet pass. Bullet pass from Raya Johnson is going to deflect and hit Olivia Bates square in the cheek.
And I'll tell you what, Olivia Bates takes more punishment than a lot of players out there. She got hurt earlier in the season. I forget what exactly happened, but she got down on the floor earlier in the season as well.
She had her nose bloodied. We were on the call for that game. And a great pass, though, underneath to Sam Filiagi on the back cut. Cuts this deficit to only 7 points here for the Muskies. And now ONU's going to answer right back as Manley gets a quick layup. But yes, Michael, I would agree with you. Bates really does take some punishment. She's extremely tough down there in the trenches for the Muskies. So Rye Johnson's going to have the ball here, top of the key. Johnson's going to kick it to Bates. Filiagi here on the wing. Kicks it down low to Bonner. Bonner's going to drive baseline and find Johnson. Bates spots up from 3 instead, and she gets it to go. Olivia Bates. Wow, a great shot there from Olivia Bates to keep this game within striking distance here for the Muskies early in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, right from the top of the key for Olivia Bates. What a shot.
So this is going to be Wiss. Wiss's shot no good. Weeks down low, fighting for that rebound with Raya Johnson. And Johnson's going to be called for the foul as Weeks immediately tries to go back up with that ball. She has to walk away in frustration.
Yeah, we'll see. They do give it on Raya Johnson. I think that Devin Bonner thought it was on her because she was looking in complete frustration and amazement that they were about to give her that foul, but they do give to Raya Johnson. And Weeks' first free throw does go in, makes it 60-53 with 8:17 left to go in the game as Olivia Lang checks in for the Lady Muskies.
Yeah, Gossett coming out here, and Lang going in for the Muskies. Weeks' free throw is going to be good. She's been money this game from the free throw line. Now, the Muskies trailing by 8 here with 8 minutes to go in this game. It's going to be really interesting to see how they attack this possession. This is going to be key for them. They can't let this one get out of hand.
Triple teamed was Devin Bonner, and you could tell Devin Bonner is very frustrated right now. She's going to check herself out of the game. I mean, she's only had 2 points so far in this second half, and that was one thing we were talking about at halftime, was Devin Bonner has to keep going if they're going to have a chance in this one. But she struggled in the second half so far. But, I mean, a lot of it had to do with the fact they're putting 3 girls on her.
Yeah, for sure. So Dirksen with the ball for ONU. She's going to be on the elbow, brings it back out above the three-point line. It's going to be Manley. Manley kicks it to Wiss. Wiss kicks it down low to Mesher, but Raya Johnson coming out of nowhere to get that pass. She's going to go the other way for the Muskies. Some collision there, but no foul called.
That's something you see a lot. Actually, we'll let this play out. Actually, yeah, that's something you see a lot is somebody gets the steal, and right away they have trouble making the layup because they're so pumped up in momentum, and it's just they're not able to make the layup. But they do miss the 3 from the corner to do the Polar Bears.
So in transition now, Muskingum's going to set up some offense. Bates is going to have the ball on the wing. Bates kicks it down to Blair. Blair with the hook shot. It's going to back iron and not be good as Wiss is going to come away with the rebound. And now, here we go, ONU pushing the pace again as Weeks has it on the wing. Wiss now with the ball. Kicks it to the corner. That's Manley. Manley finding Weeks again. Great ball movement here from ONU. They're going to call a kicked ball. Oh, no, they're going to call just a straight-up push on Sam Filiagi. That's a tough one. It looked like the only reason the ball went away was because it bounced off her foot there, Michael.
Yeah, kind of a weird call there. That is her second foul of the day.
That's a tough one there for Sam Filiagi, but nevertheless, they do call the foul on her. Weeks is going to inbound the ball here for ONU.
Devin Bonner back out there for the Lady Muskies checking in.
61-53 here. The Polar Bears lead with just under 7 minutes left to go in this game. It's going to be, this is Jacobs. Jacobs' pass. She fumbles the ball, gives it right back, though. And now Weeks is going to have the ball. Weeks is going to drive. She's going to be forced perimeter. She drives down low. And Bonner's going to have to fight with that one with Wiss. They're going to call a jump ball.
And that's going to go back to the Lady Muskies. So
The expression on Bonner's face was she almost demanded that be a jump ball there and not a foul on her. She was certain that she got that jump ball.
yeah.
So Ryan Johnson now. She's going to give it to Bates at the top of the key. Bates works to Lang, back to Bates. Johnson has it on the overlap. Ball's going to be worked to Filiagi. Her three is going to get blocked, though, and Wiss is going to come down with this ball.
Yeah, Abby Weeks gets the block of Filiagi there.
So now Bonner is going to have to try to defend. No, they kick it right back out. That was Weeks with a three right in front of Sam Filiagi that would not go.
Yeah, right from the right corner was Weeks, but it's still 61-53 in favor of the ONU Polar Bears here. 5:45 left to go in the game, so the Lady Muskies are going to have to make their push here soon.
So Bonner, double team down low, kicks it to Johnson on the opposite side of the court. Johnson on the baseline, shoots a far shot. Now right outside the three-point line. She's going to drive baseline again, kicks it back out. Lang gets the ball. And they are going to call they're going to call a hold on an ONU Polar Bear there on defense. So maybe a grab of the jersey there, but Muskingum's going to get this ball to re-inbound. Brand new shot clock and 5:30 to go in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, Wiss checks out of the game there.
So Raya Johnson, she's going to shoot the ball. It's not going to be good here from the left wing. Bates pressuring the ONU Polar Bears, but they are going to get it across midcourt. Here's Jacobs for the Polar Bears. She works it to now number 23, Iliff. Iliff setting the screen. It's going to be Weeks with the ball on the overlap. She's going to get it to Jacobs. Muskie's double teaming. Weeks is now open down low. The Polar Bears getting a shot wide open in that restricted area, but it will not go, and Ryan Johnson's going to push the pace for the Muskies going the other way. So at the top of the key here, here's Bonner. Bonner's going to drive down, spinning, shooting, getting it to go, and count it, and one. She is hyped up, Michael.
Yeah, and that's exactly what the Lady Muskies need. Put them down 6 points with the free throw to come. So if she's able to make it, that put them down by 5 with 4:47 left to go in the game. As a few players come in and out here. Kamei Baylock's going to check in for the Lady Muskies. Mesher's going to come back in for the Lady Polar Bears. So big play there for Devin Bonner.
Yeah, a great job there to be able to spin, get that one to go. It's so difficult to be able to make those shots off of contact, but she just is perfect at doing it. The Muskies now electing to trap.
Yeah, she made the free throw as well.
So this score, 61-56, with an ensuing three. That will not go. Mesher's going to get this ball for ONU. ONU is leading over the Muskies 61-56 with 4.5 to go in this game. So this is going to be Mesher at the top of the key, guarded by Baylock. Mesher going to be forced to the right wing. That's going to be a travel. So just a mental lapse there by Mesher is going to give the ball right back to the Muskies.
Yeah, down by 5 points. They're looking good right now. South Meadows as well in the game.
Michael, they've done a great job of keeping this game within striking distance coming down the stretch.
Absolutely.
So Filiagi going to bring this ball across midcourt. Lang's going to be open on the right wing, off a screen. Lang gives it to Baylock. Baylock open at the top of the key. Her shot does not go, and they're going to call a foul here on the Muskies down low. It's going to be on Sasiana Meadows, who just recently checked in. They're going to call over the back. And with that, they are going to be in the bonus, as now ONU is going to get some free throws.
Yeah, this isn't good if you're the Lady Muskies, because that means throughout the rest of the game, they're going to be going to the free throw line on every foul.
So it's going to be Brock taking the free throws for ONU. She gets the first one to go, extending their lead to 6 here, 4 minutes to go in the game.
Checking in with the men's team, getting you a quick update here. The Fighting Muskies down in Ada, Ohio, still trying to wait here. Get you a quick update.
Get that update on the next break here as Raya Johnson has the ball right past the volleyball lines. She's going to give it to Lang. Lang skips a pass across the court to Meadows. Meadows gives it to Baylock. Baylock works it down low to Bonner. Bonner kicks it over It's eventually worked to Meadows, but it's off her hand. She's unable to handle the pass, and it's going to go out of bounds. 3:48 to go. Polar Bears lead 63-56.
Yeah, like you said, the Lady Muskies are hanging around here. This is how they do it every single time. They always are hanging around. So doing a good job. We're about to get in that 3-minute threshold like Coach Fox was saying that they always struggle. So we'll see if they can beat the Demons here in this game.
So Bates and Lang really doing a great job there of defense up the top as Mesher's going to get this ball down low. Oh, that one hurts for Muskingum. Mesher gets that one to go, and Devin Bonner was beat on the play, just waves at her man, and she just commits the foul. It's going to be an and one here, attempt for the ONU Polar Bears.
The ONU Polar Bears for the men's side, 75-60 with 3:25 left to go. They are leading the Fighting Muskies in Ada, Ohio.
So now Ryan Johnson, after that ensuing free throw, the Muskies are trailing by 10 now. She's going to give the ball to Lang. 3:30 left to go in the game. Lang here from three. It won't go. Back iron. Manley's going to get that ball on the rebound and push the pace once again for the Polar Bears. Wiss passing this one over to Brock. This has worked to Dirksen as Wiss now takes the shot. It won't go. Mesher gets the rebound, puts it right in front of Devin Bonner.
Yeah, and the Lady Muskies starting to fall behind here big. 2:50 left to go in the game. They're down by 12, 68-56 Lady Polar Bears.
So Olivia Lang's pass stuffed right in front of her as Dirksen just nabs that one right out of the air in front of her. On the wing. So now on the opposing wing, this is going to be Brock. She's going to kick it. Now Wiss is going to get the ball on the right wing. She's going to go to the center. On the left wing now, this is Manley. This is Dirksen, top of the key, and bang. She gets a three to go. That's going to extend the lead to 71-56. Polar Bears over Muskies right now with 2:20 to go in this game.
Yeah, and Andrew, that one hurts if you're the Lady Muskies. That puts you down 15 points with 2 minutes and 20 seconds left to go. It's just...
Maybe that's the commentator curse there, Michael, as we were just talking about how they kept it so close throughout this whole second half and really deep into the stretch of this game. Now, down the stretch, things are starting to spread out.
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll see what Coach Fox has got for her team in this last 2:20, but we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see if they're able to make any sort of a comeback here. But we are going to send it down to Austin Arnold. So what do you got, Austin?
Thank you, Michael. Coach Fox is trying to reiterate right now that, you know, when adversity is hitting hard, you only have to fight harder. And like you said, Michael, it's that 3-minute span at the end of the game that has really caused trouble for this team this year. That right now they just got to find a way to somehow come back and win this game. Back to you guys.
So, again, fourth quarter, 2:20 left to go in the game. The Polar Bears lead 71-56 over the Muskies. Rye Johnson for the Muskies going to bring this ball over midcourt. Gives it to Bates. Bates works to the corner to Filiaggi. Filiaggi working it back up to Bates on the wing, where Bates is going to survey her options. Johnson gets this ball, top of the key. Johnson knifing through the defense. She gets one up, and she gets one to go. Raya Johnson here with 2 minutes left. Now the Muskies are going to have to pressure. Muskies deciding to press immediately as they're going to, looks like, double the corners every time. The Muskies can't afford to sit back here as it's just a game of keep away right now if you're ONU. And right now Dirksen getting trapped, but fouled by Sam Filiaggi. They worked the entire perimeter on that offensive possession until Filiaggi had to commit that foul.
Yeah, I mean, Dirksen was way out there when she got fouled. I mean, she was way out from the three-point line. I mean, she was near her own bench, so she was really far out there. Polar Bears got three new players checking in. Make that 4 now. So you got, for the Polar Bears checking in, you're going to have Caitlin Hurd coming in for the first time in the game. Jaden Hale coming in for the first time as well. You're also going to have Alyssa Staller coming in for the first time. And then there's another one in there. That is going to be Annie Weckesser coming in for the first time all game. So a lot of new players coming in for the Polar Bears, as it looks like they do have this one just about wrapped up with 1:38 left to go. They're up 73-58.
And might as well make it a full platoon switch there, as Molly Polesic does come in for the ONU Polar Bears. So Bates from 3, too short here for the Muskies from the corner. And now it's going to be ONU ball again with 1:20 to go in the game. Again, ONU leads 73-58 over the Muskies. ONU's going to work the perimeter now. As right now, this is number 13, Jaden Hale. Muskies trapping on the sideline, though. They're going to foul number 25, Alyssa Stoller, for ONU. That one's going to be called on Sam Filiaggi. So they're going to get some free throws here, as they are in that bonus.
Yeah, so Stoller's going to go to the free throw line here, up by 15 points. 1 minute, 4 seconds left to go. Stoller's first one is up and in. That is one thing that the Polar Bears have done really, really well tonight. Obviously, they've done more than just this, but is they made most of their free throws. I mean, at the end of the third quarter, they are very high up in the free throw percentage today. So
yeah, Michael, they really have just been money all day, especially Weeks for them has been just, Abby Weeks has been phenomenal from the free throw line whenever she's had to go. So now Lang for the Muskies. She's going to kick it to the corner. Oh, that's going to be a 3. What a shot there. That's Emily Jackson getting one to go from the corner for the Muskies, trimming the lead to 14 points here, 47 seconds left. So the Muskies deciding to trap all over the court. Sam Filiaggi sends it to the outskirts of New Concord. What a swat there, Sam Filiaggi.
yeah, so she's had a couple big swats tonight, but we are going to send it down to Austin Arnold.
Thanks, guys. I just wanted to throw this in here. I believe that's her 4th block this game. It's been a block party on Sam Filiaggi's end. And as Filiaggi was fouled on that one. Back to you guys in the studio, guys.
So, yeah, this has been a segment of the game dictated by Sam Filiaggi, as she does get fouled there, almost getting one to go in transition. With 33.3 remaining in this game, she does get that free throw. So the the Polar Bears are leading 75-62 over the Muskies. Filiaggi's last free throw will not be good. That's going to be tipped out. Filiaggi coincidentally will get the rebound, though. And Filiaggi's going to drive with her left hand. Bates is going to have to fight for this ball now.
It's going to be a jump ball. It's going to give the ball back to the ONU Polar Bears. And with that, there's 25.3 seconds left to go in the game. They're pretty much going to hold it up.
Yep, the shot clock will be turned off here. So the Muskies are going to press. But as the ONU Polar Bears are going to get this across midcourt, no, they won't. They do get held up by the Muskies as they do break that press. It's going to be a kick ball here by Olivia Bates. Pass is intended for Alyssa Stoller of ONU, so Bates getting in the way of that and forcing another inbound play for ONU. So now with the ball, Annie Weckesser. Weckesser with 8 seconds left. They're going to work the ball all the way around as Weckesser is going to get the ball again.
They're going to call another jump ball, gives the ball back to the Lady Muskies with 1.5 left to go.
With 1.5, they are still working, Michael, just proving the resiliency of this team. They do not want to roll over for anyone.
The Lady Muskies are actually going to take a timeout.
So timeout here with 1.5 seconds left. And, Michael, this one all but over here at the ANC Steele Center Senior Day. The Lady Polar Bears leading 75-62 over the Muskies. And like we said, the Muskies were in this game for a majority of it. But that 3-minute mark left in the game, like you said, has just been the bugaboo for the Muskies.
Yeah, I mean, they really, I don't know, they were really hanging around for a long time, but we're going to send it down to Austin Arnold once again.
Thank you, Michael. Just that last timeout, they're pretty much going to draw a play to, I want to say they're going to try to get it to Morgan Gossett. That's my bold prediction, but we don't know yet. They're just drawing up a play to try and score. Back to you guys.
Would be interesting to see here on Senior Day, as Jackson's going to be the one inbound the ball for the Muskies. So 1.5 to go. Surely this will be the last possession of the game. So they do give it to Gossett. Gossett turnaround three, almost goes in, rimmed in and out. And as time expires here, the Muskies do fall to the Polar Bears. Polar Bears win 75 to 62. So that was a close one. A close one there, or excuse me, that was what the Muskies have to deal with now. Anyway, we are going to step aside here for post-game. Keep it here on WMCO. You're listening to WMCO 90.7, Orbit Television, and on YouTube at Orbit Media TV, your home for Muskie sports.
When you experience Scott's Diner, you experience quality. A sense that this isn't your average diner. You feel comfortable, part of the community. The feeling today is gonna be a great day. Scott's Diner is so much more than meets the eye, and so is its famous Scott's Diner house dressing. Pick up some today. Scott's Diner, a traditional diner with a contemporary twist.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move. So I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Todd's a great guy. I mean, look at him. What a sweetheart. Attaboy. Wait, Todd, what are you doing? How totally selfish and un-Todd-like of you. Come on, Todd. Come on, man.
Back here live at the ANC Steele Center, I'm Andrew Price alongside Michael Pagano. We were joined by Austin Arnold on the sideline tonight. Muskies fall to Ohio Northern. ONU wins 75 to 62. And Michael, it was close all the way until the last about 3 minutes of this game here on Senior Day.
Yeah, I mean, just like Coach Fox always says, this team has been so good in the first half all season pretty much. I mean, you look at the last month or so of games we've called here on WMCO, whether it be on just WMCO or on Orbit Media TV on YouTube and as well as Orbit TV. But anyways, they are always so good in the first half. We talk about it all the time, but then in the second half they always kind of fall down the stretch. And it's unfortunate, but that's just how it is. So that does move the Lady Muskies to a final season record of 1-24 overall, 0-18 in the OAC, and that's going to move the ONU Polar Bears to 7-11 in the OAC on the year, and that's going to move them to 13-12 overall. So I don't know, tough way to lose for the Lady Muskies, but I mean they played hard. I mean they played extremely hard. They definitely played like they. I mean obviously they wanted to win, but there was no we're 1-23 at the end of the year.
There was no giving up.
Yeah.
At
yeah.
all. There was zero giving up from this team. You have to admire just how resilient this team is. And that's what, on that Muskie Sports Blast last Thursday, they really did just hammer home the point. They are not looking at the record right now. They were looking at just finishing this season strong and giving as much effort as they could. And they were forcing jump balls with under 10 seconds left in this game. So a great job there by the Muskies to just fight hard all the way and just continue to give every ounce of effort they had.
Yeah, and a good job by Coach Fox to call a timeout with 1.5 seconds left to go to give Morgan Gossett a chance to shoot a three at the end of the game. She missed it, but it just about went in. So Morgan Gossett, the lone senior on this team, we talked about it in pregame and a halftime a little bit as well. So Morgan Gossett in her final game as a Lady Muskie, she ends with 3 points on the day. She was 1 of 3, 1 of 2 from 3, so good way for her to go out. But one thing that was interesting was Emily Yeager in the second half did not play. We don't know where the injury occurred, but she had some sort of an injury in the first half. Austin Arnold, our sideline reporter, pointed out to us, and she didn't play at all in the second half. So that's tough for the Lady Muskies because if you look at it, Yeager had 0 points on the day. And, I mean, she was averaging 13 a game. So not having her was a little bit tough for the Lady Muskies.
Yeah, and whether it could be an injury, we don't know exactly what the reasoning was that she was not there. But, yeah, that's tough. Especially she's a main cog in this machine that is the Muskies women's basketball team. So the fact that you lose a key piece, never easy on any team.
And if you look at it, Devin Bonner had 15 points, 3 Lady Muskies in double digits, as well as Sam Filiaggi with 11, Olivia Bates with 13. Go over to the ONU side of things. Abby Weeks has 14 points, 9 of 9 on free throws, like you were saying. 13 points for Jenna Dirksen, just about her average. 14 points is what she averages. Emily Mesher puts together 15 points. And like I said, with the free throws, they went 23 of 25 from the free throw line, so there's really no struggle for them down the stretch because if they start missing some free throws, that's when the Lady Muskies could get back into the game. But that was not the case because the Polar Bears just kept making them left and right.
There was no stopping them there from the free throw line, like you said, and it seemed like things kind of snowballed there at the very end of the fourth quarter for the Muskies. They just, as well as ONU making their free throws, the Muskies had a couple turnovers there, a couple missed shots that if they could have gone in, we might have seen a different story here at the end of this game, but not the case.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm interested to see how this team performs in the years to come. I mean, they got a lot of good, solid young players. I mean, like we were saying before the game, Raya Johnson, Sam Filiaggi will be back. I mean, everybody's going to be back. This whole entire team is going to be back. And I honestly believe if they keep playing like they have been over the last month, no, they haven't won, but they've been playing so hard, and their team, I mean, they're only going to get better.
Yeah, that's the nice thing about having a young team is the downside. Maybe you lack the experience. Maybe you lack what could have made them maybe push them over the top this year. But in the years to come, like you said, that is the upside. The upside of this team is just it's what we haven't seen yet, and I'm really excited to see where this team can go because, like you said, so many returning players, so many important returning players. That's the important part. All of the starters, pretty much, except for the usual starters, the usual suspects, as I call them here, they are coming back, and they're going to be even improved from this year. So
yeah,
something to definitely look forward to if you're a part of this Muskingum Muskies basketball team.
Same way with the men's team, too. I mean, they got a lot of good returning players. You're going to get Marcus Dempsey coming back as well. He's going to have 2 more years of eligibility. So while the men's team struggled a little bit down the stretch as well, they're going to have a lot of good players coming back as well. So, I don't know, good, solid game for the Lady Muskies. They do fall 75-62, but a lot of positives to take away from not only this game, but with this season as well. I'm interested to see how many good freshmen they have coming in next year as well. Unfortunately, I won't be here for all that. It's going to be Andrew Price. And I guess now that I think about it, this may be my last call of a basketball game. So we are planning on calling the OAC men's basketball tournament as the Fighting Muskies men's team is going to be going in as the 8th seed. I believe they are going to be taking on the Capital Crusaders. And if that is the case, that is going to be at Capital in Columbus. We're going to be sending some people for that. That'll be a radio-only broadcast. Still trying to get all the details out on that as well, but stay tuned for that. We're going to bring you that here on WMCO. So, yeah, good game.
It was a nice effort, and like I said, you cannot say anything else about their effort. They did give it all the way till the end in this one. But when it comes to just improvements, there's always going to be stuff, Michael, that you wish you could improve. In hindsight's 20/20, and looking back on this season, though, I don't think the number speaks for its. I don't think it speaks for the overall job that the Muskie team did this year. I think that they are better than a 1-24 team, and they are definitely going to, I think, kind of right the ship on that record in the coming years.
Yeah, I definitely agree. But with that, that is all we have here from the ANSI Steele Center. We had Andrew Price as our play-by-play man tonight, and myself, Michael Pagano, as the color commentator. We also want to thank Austin Arnold for doing a great job down on the sidelines, getting us a lot of good insight. And thank our listeners on WMCO 90.7. We also want to thank our watchers on Orbit Media TV on YouTube, as well as our watchers on Orbit TV on digital cable channel 1020. Going to send it back to the Geyer studio. Caitlin Moeller is going to take over from there. So have a great night.